Okay, so you purchased your first lien
Yes.
online. And so tell me the steps you went through to make this decision.
Okay, so basically, I went through the available plots. So they have, I have all these screens open. So they have all these tax liens, like the list of them available for Pinal County. So I basically went through everyone on the list, and I searched like every parcel so I can see like which one, like how, what they were offering, if it was land, if there was a home there, what was going on in the area. um I used this parcel search, and I also searched the nearby properties on Google with the addresses. um as another part of the due diligence is I also searched the economic development in the area to find out what type of jobs were around, what type of infrastructure they had, if they were going to be building any roads, if any other companies were going to be coming to the area soon. And I ended up landing with this property. And this property, it is a smaller property. It's like maybe a quarter of an acre, so it's a little plot. But the good thing about this property is that if in the event that the person does not redeem the lien on this property and I am able to own it, it's in a very good spot. I like the way that it's right near this municipal airport, as well as it's near this residential area that looks like they're still going to be building out all these other, like they have these subdivisions over here and things like that. So this will be a good spot for a cell phone tower, which usually will carry a radius of about maybe 50 miles or so.
Yeah,
So this will all be good for that. So at least if I do end up owning it outright, I have a plan for what I can do, for this
excellent.
property, and I'm not just stuck with this little plot of
Yeah,
land.
that's
So
fantastic. That's fantastic.
yeah.
So do you have any idea what it's worth? Did it say
So
like,
yeah, so this one was actually worth $500. So
okay,
that's the amount of it as far as in what is stated, but future and what it could go up to, I don't know what
right.
that
Oh,
would
yeah.
be.
No, no, no.
Mhm,
But that is still very good. It's
mhm,
worth more than you paid for it. And
mhm,
it's secured against the property. You have the first lien on the property.
mhm.
And so that's perfect. And then you don't have to worry about collection. When the person comes back, you'll earn the interest on there. Arizona's 12% interest. So if it goes for 6 months, you earn 6%. So your money's growing that in that direction. If it goes a whole 12 months, then you earn 12% on that. It's not a lot, but it's good practice. Now you are actually a tax lien investor.
Right? I'm so excited because I was really nervous. Like I don't know what I'm doing, but now it's like I know so much just from reading everything that you sent over. And so I'm just like, okay, I feel more comfortable to where, because you know me, I was like, no, I just want to stick with Arizona where I can go and do this, but I'm, more comfortable to even kind of go outside of Arizona and check,
Yes.
on some other states, because now I was able to go through the whole process from start to finish, and I
Yeah.
don't feel like I'm just kind of going in it blind, just looking for whatever. So that helps a lot to make me just feel comfortable. And then understanding that I need to have some sort of exit strategy, which was super
Mhm.
important for me to get that part, because otherwise before I would have probably like, oh, I'm gonna go buy this and then potentially get it and not know what to do, not know if I was going to be responsible for any upkeep of anything later on down the line. And and it ultimately end up costing me more money than what it was worth. So so it made me start looking at things a little bit differently.
I am so proud of you. This is excellent.
Yeah.
So I want to applaud you for taking the course, always doing your homework, having questions. You have just been an excellent tax lien mastermind member. I've enjoyed every minute. And so the only thing I challenge you now is to look beyond the borders, because the principles apply. And a great place you can try is parcelfair.com.
Mhm,
And we could, look at that for the 7-day trial, see if there's something that catches your eye. And that way,
mhm.
before it ends next Tuesday, we could pop on and see, what you found in that little trial period, and comparing other states like Mississippi, Alabama, Florida are on Parcel Fair, and you can kind of tool around. They have really great detail there, so you don't have to hunt too far for what you need. The builder of Parcel Fair is actually a tax lien investor and a tax deed
Wow.
investor. So when he was trying to invest, he had trouble getting information and gathering what he needed to make a good decision. So
Mhm.
that's why I really recommend it, because although it doesn't cover the state that you're most interested in right now, they have grown because they started with Alabama and they've added several other states since then.
Wow.
And I think it will continue to grow, but the detail is really great and it comes from the mind of an investor. So you're going to
Mhm.
enjoy using it a lot more than some of the others. Like you've already seen, just within Arizona, one county is more advanced and makes it easy for the investor to come on board, as opposed to some other counties which are like, we don't care. That's what their website says. That's what
Right.
they provide. Like, we don't care if anybody, you know, we're not even here half the time to answer the phone.
Right. And that's just like, oh no, I don't think I'll be able to do this. Not like this. Like I need to talk to somebody. I have questions. So yeah, that I'm looking forward to that. So I'll for sure start that. So once we meet again, then I should be able to have a few. I'm like, okay, this look interesting. I found out this, I found out that, and I'm ready to dive in.
That's great. That's great. So if you were to give a recommendation for this program and me as your instructor, what would you say on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, I'm gonna give you 100. Like, there's no way you would break the scale. There's no way. Like,
Oh,
I've been just so happy and so satisfied with all the help that I've been receiving. There has not been a question that you were not knowledgeable about, that you were not able to guide me in the right direction. You made this thing easy because I promise you, I was so intimidated by it, like,
oh,
oh my gosh, tax lien, tax deed, all this stuff, and economic development, and oh my goodness, I don't know. So it's just, but everything is just like now I feel like I've been doing it for years and I only bought one,
okay.
so
Yeah.
absolutely, I recommend to anybody that's interested in wanting to learn about tax deeds and tax lien. You'll be the first person. I like, okay, no, you need to talk to Cynthia because she is
Uh,
going to help you out. Or I wouldn't even, not even the first person. I wouldn't even recommend anybody else. So,
oh, I
so I
appreciate that.
appreciate, no,
I
I
appreciate
appreciate
that.
you so much for taking your time out, to even be able to show me, everything, because everything is just, it's tailored to me because I didn't feel like it was like, okay, you have the course, but at the same time, I know people have different learning styles, and things like
Mhm,
that. And
mhm.
I didn't feel like you were putting me like in a box. Okay, this is the way, I felt like the course was designed for me. So that's like super cool how you were even able to do that to where I was able to pick up on all the information like super easily. And I really like that.
Oh, that's really great. And then I brought in the lady for you to bounce some ideas off of, one of the
Right?
tax lien members. Remember that?
Right, exactly. And that was super cool, especially like in just seeing even with her growth. And she started out like me, and now she's moving on with her real estate investment, and I'm like, man, that's super cool. Like to see the progress that you can make when you just like, okay, just, take that first step to get your
Yeah.
foot in the door and to start with buying tax liens and tax deeds to now investing in actual properties and developments and all that. That is like super cool. So I want to be able to get to that level as well. So
Imagine traveling for it, because like, for example, when you go to Florida to look at investments, then that's a tax write-off. And you can
mhm,
also take your son to Orlando to all the amusement parks, but you're working,
right.
right?
Right.
So
Right. But I have vacation time. So it's like, let me take off of work. We want to work. We're going on a working vacation.
I love it. I love it. Yes,
Yeah.
you are so on top of everything. It's just been great to work with you. And I hate that it's ending, but let's squeeze in one more class. And you take a look at the Parcel Fair 7-day trial. If you started tomorrow, then next Tuesday will be 7 days. And so we can, 6 day 6, for example, and then we could go in there and see what you found in another state.
All right, good. That sounds like a plan.
All right,
Oh,
good.
so excited.